Hello, guys. Welcome to your first Money Monday session. Today, you'll be learning about money mindset and budgeting.
Hello, my name is Eric. I go to Nev Academy. I'm currently in 9th grade, and this is my first year being a part of YAC.
Hello, my name is Anaya Foreman. I'm a graduate from Western High School year 2022, and this is my third year in Youth Groups. Okay, so here are your Money Mondays topics. So today, July the 14th, you'll learn about money mindset and budgeting. July 21st, you'll learn about banking and getting paid. July 28th, you'll learn about building credit to reach your goals. And the last one will be August 4th, protecting your money. Okay, before we get started, we're going to play a quick game of Would You Rather. So the first question would be, would you rather pay your rent slash face being evicted or take a vacation out the country? And you can just type your answers in the comments. Okay, someone says take a vacation out the country. Okay.
So, would you rather buy monthly groceries or buy new trending sneakers?
Okay, the last one would be, would you like to go out with your friends or pay your utility bills?
What is a money mindset? So, I want to ask y'all, what is y'all definition of a money mindset? What is a money mindset? And I would also like to ask y'all, what is y'all definition of a money mindset? Okay.
Okay, so yes, okay. So your money mindset is your feelings, thoughts, and attitudes about money and towards money. So what shapes your money mindset? Things that shapes your money mindset are family, friends, and social media. So with family, your parents' action and words shape how we first understand money.
Friends may have influenced how you spend, save, or think about money without you even realizing it.
And social media creates comparison, encourages impulsive spending, and promotes unrealistic wealth expectations. Now, here are some ways you could change your money mindset. You could read some books, stimulate your mind, understand your beliefs, so like things that are important to you. You could give away some money, donate, charity, things like that. You could dream about retirement. You know how you would want to see yourself in the future when you're done working, how much money you would like to have saved up, and things of that nature. And believe success is possible. You know, when you think good things and you're confident in yourself, you're more, well, I would say you're more, mm, I'm sorry, yeah, when you believe success is possible and you believe in yourself and you're confident, I feel like that helps your attitude towards how you will want to go about life and things of that nature.
So, ways to create a positive money mindset is to speak kindly to yourself, such as like be positive, always have motives to like do good, and second one is get educated about your finances. So pretty much what they're saying is like um, always read up about your finances, such as like uh, like read books that can help you finance better than what you is. The third one is have a good influence, such as um, be positive to others, positive back. And the fourth one is practice gratitude, so such as like you can give back, or you can donate to charity, something like that. And then the fifth one is learn from your mistakes, such as like if you if you done something in the past, or like say if you got a bad spending habit, you can always learn from that and do better. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I was mute the whole time. Okay, so now we're learning about our values, our money values. So values are the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. So I would like to ask you guys now in the chat if you could tell us some of your money values and things that you believe in with spending money. Yes, so I had asked if you guys can share some of your money values, or what are your values with spending money in the comments.
Okay, so I'm going to read to y'all about values. Values are beliefs about what is important to you. Okay, your vision is based on your values. Now I want to ask y'all, what is your values? What sign do you believe in? I know this one. Okay, that's a good one.
So your values are your morals and beliefs, and with money, that would be like, how do you like to spend your money? Do you just like to spend spontaneously, or you like to plan and budget your money and things of that nature? Okay, so I see someone said my family, they value their family and friends. So I'd like to ask you, so do you like to go out and do things with your family and friends, or is it more so lending and loaning to your friends and your family? Okay, yeah, so that would be something you value. You value going out and spending money on family fun activities. Okay, yes. So that actually helps shapes your money mindset.
What is your money habit? Alright. So this is example security. Money helps you feel safe and secure. Do you often save money as a way to feel secure?
I see someone comment and ask, how do they save? How do I save money? We're actually going to get into that right after we cover money, your money habitude. So with this Money Monday session, we'll go over your money mindset and how that affects your money habitude, and then how that affects you budgeting and saving your money.
Okay. Here's another example planning. Money helps you achieve your goals. Do you often plan where to save slash spend slash save your money?
Okay, yeah, so security and planning and status of your money habitudes. Okay, so it's good to know what your money habitude is because that um helps you put the right steps into place to become successful in the future with like your money goals and smart goals and things of that nature. I would like to also say that none of these money habitudes categories are right or wrong, and they all have their pros and cons. Um, so I'd like to ask, why do you think knowing what your money habitude is and how you think about money is important? So carefree is you just spend your money without even thinking. You just like blow your money on things and you don't even think about it. That's what carefree is with your money habitude. For spontaneous, that means you just like to enjoy the moment. You like to go have fun. If someone invites you out, you like to go and have fun and explore. And with giving, that means you like to donate. You lend others money, you give to charity and things like that. I see some people said they're pretty spontaneous. They like security, and they are a planner. Yes, I can explain security a little bit more. So with security, that just makes you want to feel safe with your money and how you spend your money. So I would like to give an example. Like someone grew up with a parent that didn't have the money all the time. That helps shape their money habitude because as they grow older, they will want to have that money with them at all times, and they don't want to feel like they are running out of it or they don't have it to help cover expenses and things like that. Um, so here are two quotes that can help you with your money habitude, mindset, and budgeting. So the first one says, "Smile, breathe, and go slowly," because you cannot rush things, especially in life and with your money. You just cannot rush that. And the second one says, "It's going to happen because I'm going to make it happen." When you speak kind things and you're confident, that helps you believe that it's going to happen. When you speak negatively to yourself, you're just like doubting yourself and you're just like holding yourself back from the things that you could achieve.
So now we're about to watch a video about SMART goals and I guess explain it a little bit better.
To know where you're going, you first need to know your destination. Then, just like a plane over the ocean with the right instrumentation, continuous feedback, and periodic course adjustments, you're sure to find land. You see, it doesn't matter how long it takes to pay off your debt or to save for retirement. The important thing is that you make the effort, because if you never start, you'll never finish. Goals provide you direction. They help steer your life towards the things that matter to you most. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create smart financial goals that you can use right now as the foundation for your financial success. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timed. See, a goal needs to be specific. The goal is not nebulous, but indicates precisely what you intend to do in order for it to be achieved. It also needs to be measurable. The goal has to be quantifiable instead of vague. It also has to be achievable. meaning the goal makes you stretch, but it's not impossible for you to reach. The goal must also be relevant. That means meaningful to you and to your current situation. And finally, the goal must be timed. Have a specific time frame in which you intend to complete it. Let me give you an example. Which sounds better to you? Goal number one, save money for retirement. Or goal number one, I will put away $416.67 per month into my IRA so that I will have $5,000 by the end of this year. You see, the more specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant and timed your goal is, the more likely you'll be able to achieve it. Your exercise for today is to write down your top 5 financial goals that you are working on this year. For example, I will reduce my expenses by $100 a month by canceling my gym membership and paid cable subscriptions. Number 2, I will save $100 a month in my Murphy Fund so that I will have $1,200 by the end of this year. Number 3, I'll put away $208.33 into my IRA so that I will have $2,500 by the end of this year. Number 4, I will take online class in Microsoft Excel within the next 6 months to enhance my job skills. Number 5, I will read the Become Rich on Main Street ebook in the next 3 months to learn how to save and make more money. Okay, maybe that last one was a little more of self-promotion.
Okay, so now that we learned about, or that we went over our money mindset and our money habitude and values, we're going to learn about SMART goals because, as I said before, your money habitude and your money mindset helps shape what are your SMART goals and what you want to achieve in the future. So, SMART, as we saw in the video, SMART goals are an acronym for SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, actionable, or achievable, realistic, and time bound. So when you're starting a goal, you will want it to be specific because you don't want to just say, oh, for example, you won't want to say, oh, I want a car. You have to be specific. You would say, because you would have to save up the money for that car. You know, cars are different prices and things like that. So you would say, I want a 2024 blue Chevy. That's a specific car that you would want. Now, measurable will be like how you're going to track your progress or how much money you're going to save to get this car. So you would, an example would be, I want a blue 2024 Chevy and I will achieve this goal or track this goal by saving, okay, by saving, let's say $200 from every paycheck. That's, you know, that's specific and measurable. Now, actionable, that's also actionable and achievable too because you will put that money aside into your savings so you will have it for you to purchase the car. Now, realistic is just asking, why would you like to achieve this goal or why do you need this goal? So with this example, you will need the car to help you get from, point A to point B. And so you won't have to rely on like public transportation, Uber, so anybody else driving you anywhere. You'll have your own car to get you to where you need to go. And time bound, it's basically just put a date on when you want to achieve this goal. So you will say, I want to achieve this goal by January 1st, 2026. So that would be a SMART goal right there. So my SMART goal would be, I want to, I would like to buy a 2024 blue Chevy. I will achieve this goal by saving $200 each paycheck and put it into my savings. And I need this goal, or this goal is valuable to me because I will need a car to help me get from all my destinations and help me move around. And I will achieve this goal by January 1st, 2026. So that would be an example of a SMART goal rather than just saying I want to buy a car. So, would anybody like to give an example of a SMART goal that they have or something that they want to achieve in the near future? So someone commented, I want to afford a decent car. Now, do you think this is a SMART goal? Like, is it specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time bound? Do you guys think this is a SMART goal, or is it just like just something they just said without actually planning it? Okay, yeah, so someone says it's not a SMART goal. So yes, Imani, you are correct. This is not a SMART goal because it doesn't state what car they will want, how will they achieve it, how long it will take them to achieve it, why they need it, and what date would they like to achieve this goal by. So that is not actually a SMART goal, and thank you so much for answering that for me. And I saw someone else say, I want to put some of my money to the side to get me a big Sheen cart. Um, this one is almost a smart goal because you said what you want to put your money aside for, but you don't say how much of it you are going to set aside, and when do you want to purchase your car, and like why would you need it. So this is almost a smart goal, but you want to make sure you have a specific amount that you're going to set aside, why you need it, and what date would you like to get this by.
So now we are going to SMART goals, and we're going to learn how to budget SMART goals.
She said again because my thing was up.
We are now going into SMART goals, and then we're going to learn how to budget SMART goals. What is a spending plan or budget? What is a budget? So a budget is where you have this certain amount of money, and you would like to put it aside, put it aside for something. And like when that day when you want to buy it, you already have the money aside to get it, and then whatever money you have left over, I guess you can, spend it whatever, spend it on whatever you want or need.
So yes, I would like to elaborate on what my partner just said. So a spending plan or budget is like a plan that you come up with to help you track how much money you're bringing in for the month and how much is going out. So with going the money that's going out would be you will put them into different categories like your bills, your medical needs, food, electric bills, utilities, spending money, savings, and things like that. And you will put a certain amount of money into each category, and you will use that money to spend for that category. And when you spend all that money, you will have no more money left for that category. And then whatever you have left after you budget for all your categories, you would just have that left over for if you want, save or you have a spontaneous spending trip or things of that nature. So it's like it kind of explains itself because it's literally like a spending plan, a plan on how you're going to spend your money and save it. So it explains itself. Okay, so now we're going to play the bean game, and the way you play this game is you will have six beans, and you will have to budget each bean with each category. Now you will have to budget each category. So it's like, for I will give an example. So I have six beans for housing. I will use two to rent my own place. For transportation, I will buy and use. No, I will use public transportation. So I use three beans. I really only have three left, but I have four categories. For insurance, I will get group coverage. So that's four beans already, and I have two more beans left, but three categories. So with for food, I will cook at home. Personal care, I will buy generic products, and for fun, I will use, a public library. So do you see how do you guys see how I used all my things for each category and like budgeted? So like, I will still have my own place. I will take public transportation. I will have group coverage insurance. I will cook at home. I will buy generic products. And for fun, I would just go to a public library. So can any of you guys in the chat tell me what you spend your beans on, or how would you budget your beans? So I would like to ask you guys also, like, what category is more important to you, or what do you value more? Which category would you value more? You can just type your answers in the chat, also in the comments. Okay, so I have an answer. It says two beans to rent my own place, one bean for public transportation, two beans for individual insurance, one bean to cook at home, and no beans for the last two. Okay, okay, okay. So you budget all your beans. So you wouldn't buy any personal care. You wouldn't budget for any personal hygiene products. Someone else said I will live rent free for zero beans, buy a used car for two, get individual insurance for two, cook at home, and use brand products for two, and one being for Netflix and Spotify. Okay, so you actually over budgeted, so you will go over your limit because you use two for used car, two for individual insurance, and one for home, and then two for brand products, and then one being for Netflix and Spotify. So remember, you only had six beans and you used two for, you used eight. So you will actually be over your budget, and if you were using real money for this, you would be in the negative or overdraft in your, your account, and you wouldn't have any more money left. Okay. Okay, someone else also said one being to rent with a roommate, one being for public transportation, one being for group coverage, one being to cook at home, one being for personal care, and one being for fun. Okay, okay, yes, yes, yes. So this is actually, I wouldn't say perfect, but this is a good way to budget. You make sure you had enough for every category, and you were still able to have one left over for your fun and your TV and things of that nature. So yes, good job for that one.
So these are examples of budgeting tools. So the first one is the envelope system. The envelope system, you will need to make a set of envelopes with different expensive categories like food, clothes, and emergency savings. And then you will put aside money you will need or want to spend into each category envelope. Once that money in the envelope is gone, you're out of money for that category that month.
Okay, now for mobile apps. There are a lot of budgeting apps out there. They often connect with your bank or your credit card account or union, so they can import the information automatically. Now, some people use apps that are well known and have strong security. I know a lot of people they like to use their credit union as like their main bank, so they can know, um, so they can track just how much they're spending and on everything and how much they have left over and things of that nature. Now for the spreadsheet and paper, um, you for the spreadsheet and paper, you would use a spreadsheet and or a notebook, and you would just list all your expenses for the month, and you would write your income, like how much you bring in the month. That is like stuff from your job, money from your job, side gigs, um, public assistance. Also, that will also be incorporated with your income and like money that you would get from like family, friends, and things. You also put that with your income. You'll list all of the expenses that you would have for the month, including like fun, like something fun you want to do, your children, um, and things like that. And then you will put how much money you expect to spend for that how much money you expect to spend for that category. They will tally up, and then you'll get the grand total of how much money you spent for each expense for that month, and then whatever you have left over, you can either use that for saving or just to have to spend, what things of that nature. Now, for me personally, I like to use my mobile app in a spreadsheet paper because I feel like with the mobile app, of course, it helps how much you're bringing in, how much is going out, and on my banking app, it actually has the categories for me and how much money I spend for each category for like groceries, utilities, rent, sending money in and out, things like that. But I also like to use the spreadsheet or paper because it helps me better when I can actually see, when I write it down, I can actually see where the money is going. It just gives me a sense of security and relief. Okay, someone said I feel like mobile apps are more popular and commonly used now. Yes, that is true. A lot of people do use their mobile apps and banking apps to track their money, their spending and saving. And this is an example of a monthly budget. So you can see at the top for it's a categories, expected amount, actual amount, and then the difference after every month. So your income, you write down your income for that month, and then the actual amount, your income you could write like your gross pay, and then for actual amount could be your net pay. So that would be like money after they take out taxes, retirement, insurance, and things like that out your check. And then the difference every month that would be if like your pay went up or if it went down, because things do happen. You sometimes miss the day at work, you get off early, things of that nature. Um, and then in the categories you see, it actually states for your income, like your main income, which would be 1,800. Your side gig is 100, and other income it says 25. That could be someone paying you back, loaning you money, things like that. And then your expenses. Of course, then your rent, your BGE, bus fares, groceries, medical fund, pet and phone, and clothing. So that would be like the things that you would have to budget for that month. And then it says net. So your nets would be how much that them expenses altogether totaled up would cost you out of your income. And then extra amount, and then difference every month. Like I know with your BG&E, that goes up and down. It's always a different amount every month. So you will have to budget for that one. Um, you will have to like budget for that one differently each month because it goes up and it goes down based on based on like how much you use your electrical and like air, heating, cooling, stuff like that. Um, medical. If you have your insurance, I'm pretty sure that's the same every month. Groceries. Groceries. That goes up and down also. Sometimes you spend more on groceries, or sometimes you spend less, and things of that nature.
So this is the 50-30-20 thumb. So if you're responsible for paying a lot of bills on your own, a rule of thumb like the 50-30-20 rule can help you manage your money and help you determine how to spend your money you have coming your way while in savings for your futures and goals and things, etc.
Okay, now we use budget with the 50-20 rule of thumb. You will spend 50% on your needs, which will be your needs and essentials, which would be housing, healthcare, food, transportation, and if you have children, you also budget for your children. Also, 30% will be your savings, retirements, investment, paying down debt, emergency funds, and also your children too, because children they come with a lot. So like, they always need food, care, health care, things of that nature, you know. And 20% will be on your wants. Like you want to take a vacation, your TV subscriptions, food subscriptions, eating takeout, and also your children too. Sometimes you just want to buy your child a new toy, a new game, and things like that. So as you get older, and as you get older, you will want to I'm sorry, but as you get older and you have more bills and expenses, you will want to move past the 50-30-20 rule of thumb and look at your specific situation at hand and see if it's still benefiting you, or if you would like to move past it and find a new way to budget your money and your income according to your needs and wants.
So we're gonna play a game, true or false, or yes or no. So our first question asks, our family, friends, and social media, schools, and more can influence our money mindset. Is it true or false? Okay, you is correct. Okay, the second question. Why is it important to know your money personality types? To understand that what I'm doing wrong or to understand why I make certain money decisions? So the third question asks, is this goal following the SMART rules? My goal is to buy a car. Yes or no? Okay. So one person said no and one person said yes. And I would like to ask the person who said yes, why do you think it's a SMART rule? So unfortunately, no is the correct answer, and it was not yes. So now moving on to our last question, which is budgets are not meant to be restrictive, but are rather a tool to know where your money going. True or false? Yes. So you would be correct. It is true. Yes.
Um, and once again, your next Money Mondays topics are banking and getting paid, which will be July 21st. Building credit to reach your goals, which is July 28th, and August 4th is protecting your money. I would like to say thank you guys for joining our live stream and letting us teach you or inform you about your money mindset and budgeting. I hope you all have a good day. And yes, you can ask some questions in the chat, and we'll do our best to help answer your questions for you. So I see someone says, "Do y'all have any smart goals?" Um, I do have a smart goal actually. As the example I gave before, when I first introduced smart goals, it would be to buy a car. So my smart goal would be, I want to buy a 2020 blue Toyota Camry. Um, I will achieve this goal within the next 6 months. I will achieve this goal by setting aside, um, I would say $500 a month into my savings for the car, and I need this because, you know, um, I need a car to help me get, to and from work, to the places I'm going, to the places I will go. Just so I don't have to, take public transportation or spend money, unnecessary money on Ubers and Lyfts. And I would like to achieve this goal by, next year, January 1st. How someone said, how do you budget? So as you said before, you would list all your categories. All your expenses on one side. I'm gonna just give an example with a spreadsheet and paper. You will list all your expenses on one side. You'll have your income at the top. Income is money from job, loans, public assistance, inside gifts. Um, So the amount that you have from all your income put together and tallied up would be how much you have that you could spend for the month. Now with your expenses, you will put how much each expense costs, or how much you will need for that expense, and you will put money into that expense for that month, and then whatever money you have left over you know from all your after you pay off all your expenses, you use that money to either save if you would like to, if you're saving, or just to have some fun money to spend, money that you can have left over for the next month if you want to save it for the next month also. Okay. I want to say thank you guys again for joining this live stream, and look out for next week's Monday live stream, which will be banking and getting paid. You'll be learning about your paycheck and how to read a pay stub. Thank you guys again.